What's up everyone, my name is Nagura and today I'm gonna give you a rundown of the Mage class and its advanced classes for Lost Ark. If you're not sure which class to start off with, or you already know you want to play Mage but you're unsure on the advanced classes, then this video is for you. The team over at Amazon Games have sponsored me to create this video, so big shout out to them and let's get started. There are two advanced classes available for Mage, Bard and Sorceress. They both tap into the ancient magic of Arcadia, but the way they use that power in combat is very different. The Sorceress is a very powerful offensive mage that controls the elements, and Bards use magic to heal and buff their allies. Let's take a closer look at Sorceress first. The Sorceress is an elemental spellcaster, using fire to unleash high area of effect damage and damage over time, ice for slows and freezes, and lightning for damage and stuns. By using spells and abilities, you fill up your identity gauge, also known as mysterious magic. You can choose to use your mysterious magic to buff your own damage, or use it for mobility. Let's talk about the buff first. Once you accumulate 30% of your bar, you can use Arcane Rupture to increase your damage by 10% and reduce your casting time by 50%. If you fill up the bar to full, Arcane Rupture turns into Arcane Torrent, increasing your damage by 20%, decreasing your casting speed by 50%, and additionally reducing your active cooldown timers. If you use either of the abilities, it will drain your gauge periodically while the buff is active on you, until it's fully drained. Your mobility ability is called Blink and teleports you forward, additionally making you immune to stun, freeze, and similar effects. Blink costs 30% of your mysterious magic and can be used while Arcane Rupture or Arcane Torrent is active, but will reduce the duration of the buffs, of course. Now let's talk about some of Sorceress' abilities, starting with some of her fire spells. Blaze creates a rectangular flame forward, dealing fire damage on impact and additional fire damage over time. Inferno creates a pillar of flame at the cursor location, dealing fire damage and knocking enemies into the air. Some of her frost spells are: Frost Calls causes a cold snap at the cursor location and does water damage over 4 seconds. And Seraphic Hail creates a huge wave dealing water damage to enemies hit. And lastly, some of Sorceress' lightning spells. Lightning Bolt fires lightning in a straight line forward, and you're able to adapt the direction while channeling. And Punishing Strike creates a giant thunderstroke at the cursor location. Sorceress has one awakening ability focusing on fire damage, and another one focusing on lightning. Apocalypse Call drops random meteor fragments within 18 meters for 8 seconds. And Invisca's Might creates a giant lightning storm around your character. If you like the caster playstyle, dealing devastating damage from afar, while kiting your enemies with your elemental spells and mobility, then Sorceress is the best choice for you. But enough about all the death and destruction of the Sorceress. Let's talk about the lovely Bard and her supportive powers. Do you want to provide buffs and heals to your allies and be loved by everyone? Then Bard is the pick for you. Bards use their lion harp as a weapon and play powerful tunes to heal and buff their allies. But they don't exclusively just support others, they also have offensive abilities themselves. Bard plays her harp and sends a powerful chord towards her enemies, serving as an auto attack with a really high range. By using your auto attack or other abilities, you will fill up your identity gauge, also known as bubbles. Bard has a total of 3 bubbles to fill, and if you have at least 1 full bar, you can use up your bubbles to cast either Serenade of Courage or Serenade of Salvation. Once you use either of those abilities, it will consume all of your bubbles and the Serenade will be stronger depending on how many bars you used up. Serenade of Courage buffs all of your party members' damage by 5, 10, or even 15%, depending on the number of bubbles spent. And Serenade of Salvation restores all party members' HP with a powerful healing over time effect, healing more depending on how many bubbles you accumulated. Some of her offensive abilities are: Sound Wave summons a beautiful melody, damaging and pushing foes away in its path. Soundholic shoots out a blinding ray of light, damaging enemies in a line. You can even change the ray's direction mid-cast. And Sonic Vibration lifts foes into the air and then slams them back onto the ground to inflict damage. Some of Bard's supporting abilities are: Heavenly Tune buffs party members' attack speed and MP recovery speed, and Guardian Tune reduces the damage taken by 20% for all party members in a 24-meter radius. Bard has one awakening ability focusing on damage and one defensive awakening ability. Oratorio summons angels to sing with her, inflicting holy damage to all enemies in a circular area around Bard, reducing their crit resistance against all attacks from party members for 6 seconds. And Symphonia lets Bard rise into the air to play an ensemble with angels, granting team members a powerful shield. It also damages foes and reduces their attack power, attack speed, and movement speed for 10 seconds. Additionally, you also gain 1 bubble, so you can cast a powerful combo of Symphonia and Serenade of Salvation, shielding and healing allies in quick succession to counteract heavy incoming ARF effect damage. Bard is one of only 2 advanced classes in Lost Ark with supporting abilities, and therefore in very high demand. So if you like supporting your team members and listen to some nice harp tunes while doing so, then this is the pick for you. This is it about mages in Lost Ark. Hopefully I helped you get an overview of this class to make your choice on what to play a bit easier. If you need any additional information, make sure you click the link in the description below, and I'll see you in the open world of Lost Ark. Have a great day everyone, bye!